If you are watching at this point, the video is going to start at the 5 minute mark, unless I edit it and cut all of this out. Okay, so yeah, no need to watch me. Just letting everyone get notified that we're here. Okay. Mm-mm. No, no, Hazel. Hazel, knock it off. You need devotion. Throwback jams on my mind. I don't know why. My computer is being weird to me. Okay, that's cute. My computer just hate me today, I guess. Right, a couple more minutes and I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Did my computer just so ghetto. I think I need to restart it. I don't know what it's doing. You abandoned me. Love don't live here anymore. I need to take it to the Geek Squad. It's the betrayal for me. The MF and betrayal. Okay. Well, anyways, got a couple more seconds. I'm gonna go ahead and get started. It's updating. So ghetto 444 when I said that. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and let's get it started. Okay. So hey y'all. Welcome to Savvy Saturday. It's your girl Sid from Savvy Sentient. as I always am. Okay, and in today's video, we're going to talk about Pleiadian Starseeds and the star system Pleiades. Okay, as y'all already know, if you've watched last week's situation, this has been inspired by my recent upgrades in my spiritual gifts. I recently began channeling light language, and of course I needed to learn more about this, and here we are going down this rabbit hole of the different alien races. I don't like that word, but alien races. Okay, so last week we talked about the indigo, the crystal, and the rainbow children, and how you know if you were one of the things. This week we are talking about the Pleiadian Starseeds. I am going to go through all the different types of star seeds moving forward. So Pleiades is just, for today. This is what we're talking about today. All right. As I always do, I would like to welcome you if you are new here. Hello and welcome. If you're not, welcome back. Thank you all so much for joining me once again, either live or on the replay. If you are looking for personal readings, you're going to book at SavySentient.com, which is in the description box below, along with all the cards that I'm using here today. I always start Savy Saturday with a reading. Links to my Spiritual Safe Place group as well, and channel and Patreon information. Okay, all in the description box below. Let's go ahead and get into the reading. Okay. All right, Spirit. What is the overall energy of this reading for the collective? Those are here, those who will join. What is the overall energy of this reading? Wow. So it's really cool that we are talking about, star systems today. And obviously, because the energy always matches the topic at hand, the card that comes out is the star card. Okay, is the star. So the star is about hope and healing. It is about recognition as well, and wishing upon a star, which has come true. I don't know about y'all, but living in this ghetto, you may have wished upon a star or two for the spaceship to come down and take you, because they'd be really acting really wild down here. And what the fuck is up with the gas prices? Okay. What is up with all the inflation? Why 3 things from the grocery store cost $99.52? All right. But yeah, star is the energy that we are discussing. And the Pleiades is a star system. Also, the Hierophant energy. The Hierophant is higher education, which is what we're doing here today, researching and discovering more about the Pleiades. Also, it represents leveling up spiritually, social constructs, and contractual agreements as well. Yo, that's wild. Yo, that's crazy. Okay, so as star seeds, we have agreed to come to this ghetto ass rock to help with the ascension of the planet, with the elevation of the planet vibrationally and spiritually. And we don't remember none of this because this is before our physical incarnation. So apparently they was, up in the Pleiades, up in Arcturus, or wherever star system you originate from. And they was like, hey, who want to go down here and help these people because they're a little slow? And we was all like, choose me, face ass. And then they chose us. And so now we're here, living in poverty, living with, crazy. Just, we out here, and we chose to help. Apparently it was our mission. So this is what we're doing. Mm, helping to raise the vibration. Underneath that, we have the Wheel of Fortune, which is shifting the vibration of the collective. And right underneath that, we have the Fool. And what is supposed to be happening here is essentially we're creating a new earth, a better earth, a higher vibrational earth. So, I mean, okay, cards. So far, so good. Come on, spirit. All right, so 9 cards, please. What does the collective need to know? The first card out is the Hangman energy. I feel like a lot of you all are resistant to the pull, resistant to the call, resistant to releasing the constructs in which you were brought up, religion, societal constructs about especially psychology and religion. Okay, we're not supposed to believe that, you know, aliens exist. It's supposed to be a bunch of sci-fi shit. It's supposed to be illogical. So when we awaken and we start talking about aliens and shit, people looking at us like, bitch, what? You know that's in movies, right? You know that's not real. But we all will, and some of us have already had experiences that prove otherwise. And to the skeptics, this proof is not tangible. But this is why it's crazy to argue with skeptics and fools, because they'll never understand your experience until they experience it themselves, until they have that awakening. The next card that came out is Death. This is a card of transformation. All right? That's exactly what we're here for. That's exactly what's happening, a transformation. Okay? An uprising of spiritual beings. A shift is happening. Okay? 8 of Swords. For those of you all who feel it, again, you have to get out of your head. You have to unlearn what we were taught in order to discourage us or sway us or convince us, you know, that we're going crazy if we believe this and if we feed into it. You have to unlearn, you know, that these things don't exist, or that these things are not real, or that this cannot be happening. This is only the beginning, okay? There's going to be a lot happening. King of Wands with the Judgment. I hear a cat. I wonder if that's our cat. You hear, Mama? We had a cat a little while ago. It was a stray, but we used to feed him and take care of him. And Hazel adored him, but he's been missing for so long. And now I just hear this loud ass cat outside meowing. All right, King of Wands energy with the Judgment card. So I feel like with this entire row, the more that you learn about what's happening, the more that you experience, the more clarity you get. The Judgment card is a card of epiphany. This is a card of renewal, of reawakening, revival, waking the dead. Hello. Waking the dead. The more you learn, I feel like a lot of you are going to wake up. In the words of Janelle Monáe, are we really living or just walking dead now? A lot of us have been and still are the walking dead. But this revival, this knowledge is going to awaken something within you and cause an expansion with the Three of Wands. Mama, your kitty out there? Is that your kitty? Okay. We have the Justice card. You awakening, us awakening, is balancing the scales of justice. It is bringing balance back into the world. That's literally the purpose of the Starseeds, is to bring back balance to the earth. There was a point in time when the earth was beautiful and abundant and nurtured and very well taken care of, and of course we've destroyed that. And so the awakening of the Starseeds is going to help bring back the balance. The Page of Pentacles energy is a gift. Financial windfalls. I just heard planting the seed. The Page of Pentacles. Planting the seeds, the star seeds. Come on, y'all. Planting the seeds. What I'm getting is like spirit, this awakening, this judgment, this revival is like a germination period. You know how like when you put seeds in a cup of water with a paper towel and you like keep the paper towel moist and it starts sprouting? I feel like that's what Spirit's doing to us. And with this Page of Pentacles energy, we're now being planted everywhere in order to bring balance back into the earth. The way that I began channeling light language is because another starseed activated me. And each one of these seeds is going to do that. Each seed is going to have contact with a person who is asleep, a person with who's walking dead, and you're going to activate the next person, and so on and so forth. Okay. The last card is the Two of Cups, which is union. And I feel like this is union with, you know, these higher dimensional beings, these, the Pleiadians. But they're not the only ones, which is why we're discussing these things now. There's several different races with several different purposes. But I feel like this awakening is going to spark a union, a coming together, or a reunion rather. Bottom of the deck is the Ace of Pentacles and a Hierophant yet again, with the Nine of Wands. So I feel like what this is saying is, I told y'all like they were planting the seeds with the Page of Pentacles, and we're growing, we're sprouting, and we are leveling up. Okay, we are leveling up to help the world, help the collective overcome the obstacles of being human and existing in this dimension, in this plane. Okay, so let's get some advice. So the advice, what I'm seeing here is the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse and the Magician in the reverse. All right. And this may sound cryptic or scary, but look, don't take it like that. What I'm seeing here is the end of a legacy of a depletion of the resources of Earth. Okay. What we are currently existing in is basically a killing of the Earth. We are taking all of her resources. We are polluting all of her waters. We are just as humans living on this earth, and the energy that we are giving to one another is chaotic, it is abusive, and it is ugly, and spirit's not with it. The beings of the higher realms, of the higher dimensions, are not happy with the state of the earth. Okay, we were supposed to be sent here, starseeds, sent here to save the earth, to protect the earth. And we're now awakening to our purpose. But at this point in time, the earth is beat the fuck up. I don't know if y'all remember when COVID started and everybody had to stay the fuck in the house. And we heard like all of these reports from like the Environmental Protection Agency and those kind of places that, you know, certain aspects of the earth were healing themselves, that waters were running cleaner, that, you know, pollution and fog were down, and like all of this kind of shit. There's an end coming. The death energy shows up once again. There's an end coming to the abuse of the earth. There's an end coming to the abuse of one another, you know, the mistreatment. And to be honest, it's a whole lot bigger than just like the Pleiadians and the Arcturians and the Lemurians. Like, it's bigger than just them. There is a lot of energies at play here trying to shift where we currently are into a higher vibration. Okay, so what this advice is telling me is that we have to do our part to make sure that the resources of the earth don't become depleted. We have to put an end to this legacy of consumption. Okay, and the Page of Pentacles is here at the bottom once again with the Son of Wands. It's time to take action, plant those seeds. Son of Swords is underneath there as well, and get the information out. Communicate with each other. Just like I'm doing here today. Okay. So yeah, that's the message. Crazy, crazy, crazy. But let's go ahead and get into what we came here to talk about today. Okay. So, what are my notes? Notes. Who got the notes? I remember what it said. Dear darling. I kind of like Little Rasmus. Y'all ain't enough. Anyways, so let's talk about Pleiades. What is Pleiades? What is a Pleiadian? So a Pleiadian is a being from Pleiades, from the Pleiades. The Pleiades is a star system. It has several names, and it has a lot of names, a lot of which that I was not going to write down, but it got hella names. But it is known, I guess, by NASA and like astrologers. Astronomers. And astrologers too, probably. Okay, as Messier 45, the Seven Sisters, as there are 7 very prominent stars within this star system. Pero like there is actually like 9 that are very visible, 2 of which are supposed to be the mother and the father of the seven sisters. Okay, so it's a happy little family up there. All right. Also, you may know this star system as the Little Dipper. Okay, so this is the Little Dipper. Something is in my eye. That's going to be annoying for a while. Okay, so the Little Dipper and the Pleiades star system is actually located in the Taurus constellation. Okay, so um, it's actually like, I guess, like the Taurus's ass region of the constellation. You can find it by using Orion's belt to guide you towards the head of the bull. And then just behind the head, there is the constellation or the star system of Pleiades. Okay. The head of the star system, or the head of the constellation for Taurus, is the Hyades star cluster. Okay. Pleiades is 440 light years away, which, I mean, I guess that's supposed to be a lot, but if it was really, really, really that far, we probably wouldn't be able to see it. It's pretty visible. Okay. So it's, I mean, close, I guess, respectively, compared to other star systems. But yeah, let's talk about the characteristics of Pleiadians. Okay, so Pleiadians are highly evolved, multidimensional, 3D to 9D dwellers. Some of what I was watching was saying that they specifically existed in the 5D, which I could see that only based on my personal experience. We are currently in the 5D, even though people are not going to tell you that. They're going to tell you that the world is 3D. Look at this. This is 3D, whatever. But vibrationally, we have shifted into the 5D. So I personally have had contact with these celestial beings. I can't say for sure that it was specifically the Pleiadians, but I do know that I have had contact with higher dimensional beings. And I know that they're higher than the 5D. So we're just going to say, for the sake of the video, from the 3 to the 9D is where they reside. Okay? The purpose is for them to help humanity evolve energetically. Okay? I don't know if y'all look around, some of the people that y'all know, very low vibrational, live in the energy of lack, live in the energy of negativity, live in the energy where they're easily distracted by celebrity gossip, reality TV shows, things that offer no real sustenance to your life. Even speaking of sustenance, the things that they consume, you know, as far as what they eat. If you know somebody who lives on McDonald's all day, every day, they're likely not very high vibrational. And that's not to say that everybody who eats McDonald's is trash, but what that is to say is as your vibration raises, there's just certain shit that you don't rock with no more. Okay? McDonald's, the pink slime, fast food in general, you probably don't really care for it too much. Me personally, when I do eat junk food or stuff that's not cooked from home or doesn't include vegetables, my body don't be with it, and they be like, meet me in the bathroom, sis. But yeah, so these people are going to be more higher vibrational, likely very spiritual individuals. These people are people who are going to love, and love to love. And they love romantically, they love platonically, they love, I mean, they just love, okay? They lovers. This is for the lovers. Some of what I saw was saying that they are either water signs or have heavy water in their charts. They are likely healers. very giving, really, givers, and empaths. Okay. They are ruled by the heart chakra, and like they're literally just very emotional beings, very loving beings. These are the kind of people who, because they love so much, they have a hard time saying no to people. They are people pleasers. They just want to give to people. Um, and they're likely very energetically sensitive and very introverted. Okay, they're not the kind of people who like to disappoint. All right, but also they don't like to be around too many people too much. All right, these people are also going to be like highly creative people, artists, musicians, painters, maybe even actors, as they do dwell with emotion, and actors have to convey emotion a lot. As I was going through this research, as I got the characteristics, there was one person very specifically, a friend of mine who I thought about, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is him. Right? He's probably a Pleiadian because he's very introverted, very big heart, very sensitive. Um, and he does love to please people. He doesn't want to disappoint anybody. Um, these kind of people may have a hard time with boundaries, have a hard time saying no. These are the type of people who, more times than not, attract narcissists, which, a lot of people in the spiritual community will attract narcissists. But I feel like for them, these are the people who, once they realize that a person is a narcissist, it's harder for them to break out of the situation than other people, because of how much they love, how big their heart is, and how much they have a desire to heal. Okay. They're very emotionally intuitive and emotionally intelligent. So I don't think it's that they don't realize that they're being emotionally manipulated, but I do think it's kind of like a battle of the heart with them. Like, I can fix you. I can fix you. I can fix you. Okay. Um, but do you ever really win or fix a narcissist? But they gonna try though. They sure gonna try. All right. Another thing about them is that they seem to be very good at things that they've never tried. So these are the people who pick up on things very easily, learn things very quickly and very easily. Um, Another trait is that they are old as hell, no matter how young they are. These are the kind of people who are um, the kids that you like, they've been here before. Those be Pleiadian kids. All right. If you was one of those kids that they was like, she been here before, you might be a Pleiadian. Even now, like my girlfriend, for example, she's only a couple years older than me, but you can't tell me that she's not a 65-year-old man. That she don't got war stories and want to tell you about the time when her and Jake went down to the lake. Like, very old spirited kind of people. All right. They are very helpful people, and they are humanitarians. You may find them in careers that are very help driven. And this is not even specifically, spiritual. Okay. So they may be in practices that are, spiritually healing practices like Reiki and energy work, stuff like that. But they are also like nurses and ecologists and maybe even like teachers or counselors, people who are put here on this earth with the desire to heal, to help people heal. Okay, these are going to be Pleiadian characteristics. All right. One thing that I saw said that they may be crystal children, and I don't know how I personally feel about that, because crystal children, they are from a specific time period. Like, so the crystal children would be the generation before me. Well, the one that came after me. So I guess they would be like the 90s, the 90s era. And I mean, I guess they could still be Pleiadians, but my thing is, I think that was a little too specific of a characteristic because, you know, we reincarnate several times in several different star systems, even earthly uh, environments as well. So to say that they may be a crystal child, I just felt like that was kind of specific. But I don't know. That's not saying that they can't be. Might be. I don't know. But these people really love learning. They're very wise, especially in esoteric arenas. They love to learn about esoteric things, spirituality, things like that. And they understand duality. Okay, so light and dark, good and evil, yin and yang. They understand balance. I feel like that is very important because when it comes to like this, to the spirituality in general, there tends to be a lot of people who want to love and light it to death. And that's crazy because you cannot light everything to death. Some things gotta be dark. Some things require darkness. Mushrooms, for example. All right. So I felt like that was a really important thing that I found, that they understand duplicity. And that especially spoke to me because I am a Gemini. I am two-headed. I'm a two-headed practitioner. I work in light just like I work in dark. And so I feel that at some point I incarnated as a Pleiadian. I don't currently think that this incarnation is directly following my Pleiadian reincarnation. I actually think this time around, my most recent incarnation was Arcturian, but we gonna see the more that we explore. Okay. This part was kind of sad, but I'm gonna tell y'all. Maybe y'all can understand it a little bit. So when a Pleiadian, or probably any star seed for that matter, is not in alignment with their soul purpose, when they are not awakened, they may suffer from anxiety, bipolar disorder, depression, things like that. Especially depression because they feel like they're missing out on something, or there's something more that they're supposed to be doing. And especially with that introversion that they tend to have, they just off by themselves, feeling lonely, feeling like there has to be more to life. And that's because it is, but they haven't been awakened yet. So they don't know what the something else is. They don't know what the more is. Okay. So keep that in mind if you struggle with depression, if any of this is resonating for you. And then on top of that, you struggle with depression, it could be very well possible that you are a Pleiadian, and that you are here to do some light work, but you need to be activated. Look into some Pleiadian activations here on YouTube. In the future, I am going to be doing some light language activations here on YouTube, so look forward to that. If you're new, make sure you subscribe. All right. And one of the most interesting things two of the most interesting things that I found that are actually kind of conflicting and actually just don't really sit right in my spirit was that the physical descriptions of the Pleiadians that I was finding were extremely Anglo. And very specifically, they say that Pleiadians appear Nordic. So tall, lanky, slim, light-haired, blue eyes. Okay. One of the videos I saw said that they might be slightly darker toned. And then the next thing they said was like, or maybe Native American. Not one time did they ever say that it could be black. You could be a black Pleiadian. They never said that. So that kind of didn't sit right with me. Because the other thing that I heard was that if you were to physically go to the Pleiades and meet any of these beings, they would not have a physical body. So, because they don't have a physical body, how do we know what they look like? Are they holograms? Are they, But the reason why the no physical body really resonated with me is because when through my research of just like higher dimensions, I come to understand that the higher we go in dimensions, the higher the vibration becomes, the less physical matter exists. Okay, so if these beings are 5-dimensional and up, then it is very likely that they have no density. So maybe they're like a hologram. From what I have experienced, the ones that I have contacted telepathically, you can contact them through channeling, or I guess they can contact you. I haven't actively was like, hey, what's up, Pleiadians? But they have contacted me. And there is this telepathy that happens when they contact you, okay? But they have never physically appeared. And I feel like it's because they're so high vibrational and so high dimensional that they really don't have a physical body. They're literally energy, okay? So to say, they look like this, and then to know firsthand that they're energy, I'm kind of conflicted with the description of them being like these Nordic beings. So I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think. But that's pretty much all I have for you all today. That is the information that I have gathered on the Pleiadians. Do you know any Pleiadians? Is there anyone in your life that sounds like this? Or do you yourself feel that you are a Pleiadian? If so, let me know in the comments below. Make sure that you all like, share, and subscribe. And of course, until the next time that I read for you all, I wish you all love and light. Now go get right, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, y'all.